In the Old Testament, there was a king named Saul who was chosen by God to be the king over all of Israel. When Saul first became a king, he loved and obeyed God. As time went on, King Saul stopped listening to God and did only what he wanted to do. Because of this, God rejected him as king. God spoke to the prophet Samuel and said that he wanted someone new to be king. God told Samuel to take a horn, fill it with oil, and go to the house of a man named Jesse in Bethlehem. God had chosen one of Jesse's sons to be the new king. Samuel did what God told him, and when he arrived, Samuel saw Jesse's oldest son, Eliab, and thought that this man must be the one God had chosen to be the new king of Israel. But God hadn't chosen Eliab. On the outside, Eliab looked exactly the way Samuel thought a king should look. But God told him not to look at his height or appearance. God hadn't chosen Eliab because God could see his heart. Jesse called for his next son, Abinadab, but God also hadn't chosen him. Then Jesse called his next son, Shammah, but God hadn't chosen Shammah either. Samuel told Jesse, "The Lord hasn't chosen any of these. Are these all the sons you have?" Jesse replied that he had one more son, but he was the youngest, and he was out taking care of the sheep. Samuel told Jesse to go and find his youngest son. Jesse went out and presented his son David before Samuel. The Lord spoke and said, "Anoint David, for this is the one I have chosen to be king." God chose David because he knew what was in his heart. So Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed David in front of all of his brothers. God was with David from that day forward, and he became a great king. Samuel obeyed God and followed his plan instead of his own. Just like Samuel, we should follow God's plan because God always knows what is best.